Abdul-Muttalib was a respected elder among the Quraysh and one of the most influential spiritual characters of Mecca. He was also the head of the Prophet's clan of Banu Hashim, or the Hashemites. He was among the few monotheists in Mecca. He followed the religion of his forefathers, Prophet Ibrahim and Ismail, and never worshipped idols. He would practice some customs that were later approved by Islam. For example, he would not drink alcohol, nor eat the meat of an animal which was sacrificed for the idols. He had also prohibited the killing of newborn girls, adultery, marriage with close family members, and circumambulating the Kaaba naked. He had defined the number of circles around the Kaaba to be 7, and specified the atonement for the blood of a man to equal 100 camels. Due to these customs that he followed, he was given the title of the Second Ibrahim by the Quraysh. Historical records confirm that Abdul-Muttalib knew about the prophethood of his grandson, Muhammad. For example, when the prophet was about 2 years old, Abdul-Muttalib, along with a group of the Quraysh elders, visited the king of Yemen to congratulate him on his victory to reach power. During this visit, which took place in Sana'a in Yemen, the king privately informed Abdul-Muttalib about the signs of God's chosen messenger, according to their holy scripture. He also mentioned that the messenger has either been born or was soon to be born. Abdul-Muttalib then confirmed that the prophesied messenger is indeed his grandson, Muhammad. On another occasion, Mecca was hit by a drought, and the people referred to Abdul-Muttalib due to his piety and spirituality and asked him to pray for rain. Abdul-Muttalib accepted their request. He put the prophet, who was about 7 years old, on his shoulder and prayed to God for rain. His prayer was granted, and rain poured from the sky. Abdul-Muttalib loved and cared for the Prophet, his grandson, more than anyone in his family, as he was an orphan and Abdul-Muttalib knew of his prophethood in the future. When Abdul-Muttalib sat by the Kaaba, none of his children would sit by him as a sign of respect to their father. However, the Prophet would come and sit by his grandfather. Abdul-Muttalib's sons would try to stop the Prophet. However, Abdul-Muttalib would say, "Leave my son alone. I swear by God that he will have a great status. I see a day when he will be your master. I see his honor and glory over all the other people." Abdul-Muttalib then would seat the Prophet alongside himself, kiss him, and would talk highly of him. He would also place the Prophet on his own shoulders while circumambulating the Kaaba. Chapter 4: Abdul-Muttalib's Demise. When Abdul-Muttalib was on his deathbed, he was worried about the future and the safety of his beloved grandson after he passed, as Muhammad was just 8 years old. Abdul-Muttalib thus chose his son Abu Talib, from amongst his other children, for the guardianship of Muhammad. He emphasized to Abu Talib that Muhammad has not smelled the scent of a father, nor felt the kindness of a mother. He stated the reason for Abu Talib's candidacy by saying that Abu Talib was more knowledgeable than his other children, and that he and Muhammad's father Abdullah were from the same mother. Further, He asked Abu Talib more than the responsibility of a guardian. He asked Abu Talib to follow Muhammad in the future and support him with his words, power, and wealth. He then swore by God that Muhammad will become a master over others and will achieve a unique status, not attained by any of his forefathers. Abu Talib accepted his father's request and took God as a witness to his promise. Abdul-Muttalib then felt relief and peace for the future of Muhammad. He said that dying would now be easy for him.